Welcome to this deep dive into how audit works. In this training, we're going to start at the start. We call this the summary impact page. We call it that because it will have a dramatic impact on your prospect or customer. If it's a prospect, this is going to be jarring for them because they've never seen the data presented in such a simple and, well, impactful way. In a business review, your client will be used to this presentation by now, and as you bring them closer to 100, the reds and the yellows will grab their attention. They will want to know more. Now, before I go into how to present with this page, I want you to put yourself into your prospect's shoes for a moment. So close your eyes and imagine that you've been having some medical problems. Let's say you're tired all the time. In the middle of the night, you feel like you're choking to breathe. So you wake up and of course it triggers anxiety. You get tired doing simple tasks and have chest pains every now and then. You've gone to your doctor a bunch of times and he keeps telling you that you're fine. Yet, these problems are still there and they're getting worse. You're starting to question whether he's even listening to you, let alone taking you seriously. Finally, you decide to get a second opinion, as you should. You go to a new doctor who runs a bunch of tests, sends you for blood work, ultrasounds, maybe more tests that you haven't had. And he asks a ton of great questions. He listens intently, and for the first time in a long time, you feel like someone is finally hearing you. Then you come back and you're going to go over the results of the tests that he made in this little report to help explain to you what's going on. And he opens to this summary impact page and says to you that we took all the results of the tests and put it into this report so that you can have a better idea of what's happening. This is a high-level look at what we found. Green is obviously good. Yellow are areas of concern, and all those reds are the reason you're experiencing the pain you are. These reds need to be fixed right away. You scored a 19 out of 100 overall. So let me ask you, what would you be thinking here? I know what I'd be thinking. I'd be feeling an extraordinary sense of panic. But I would also have this sense of calm in this doctor knowing what's happening to me, right? I'd probably say something like, wow, that's a lot of red. No wonder I feel horrible all the time. I'd be leaning in and hoping to understand finally what's really going on with me. But even more, I'd kind of be a little excited and ready to hear what this doctor who really heard me to tell me what he's going to do to fix me. And I'd be thinking how I trust this guy who listened to me, heard me, and showed me what's wrong instead of just dismissing me and letting me go home to wait for eventual tragedy to hit. This is what's happening in your prospect's mind. But instead of it being their heart, it's their business problems that are at stake. So when you present this page, you would say something very, very similar. Hey, we took all the results of the technical assessment and we put it into this report so that you can have a better idea of what's happening with your entire IT environment and how it's affecting your business. This is a high-level look at what we found. The green is obviously good. Yellow are areas of concern, and all those reds are the reasons that you're experiencing those issues that you told us about in the technical assessment. Those reds need to be fixed right away. You scored a 19 out of 100 overall. We also have this optional financial summary box, which helps you hit them over the head with what this all means. This creates what is called a price anchor. And it works with or without this box on the page. Here's how to explain what this means. Mr. Prospect, based on your audit score, our system makes a simple straight line calculation between the score and what you're currently spending with your MSP now. If your score is a 19, this means you're really only getting, say, 20% of what you should be. If you're spending $1,000 a month to get to a 19, it's like spending $5,000 to get to 100. And you can even tell them this isn't what you'd really pay. I don't know what your current MSP would charge you to get to 100, but this is to simply give you a look at where you currently are. This is really telling you one of three things. Number one, you're paying for what you're getting and you're getting what you need. Or number two, you're not paying enough, but you're getting what you're paying for. Or number three, you're paying enough, but you're not getting what you're paying for. The magic of this is that when you present your solution later and ask them to pay you more or close to what they are already paying their MSP, they will compare that amount to the effective monthly IT expense, not their price, what they're spending. The number, even though you told them it isn't what they likely pay, will be what they use as a point of reference. Even if you leave the financial summary box off the report because let's say you don't know what they're currently spending, they're going to create their own price anchor based on that score. So if I was looking at that score, right, if it was me, I'd be thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm wasting my money with my current provider. I'm spending $1,000 a month and I'm only getting 20% of what I should. I'd be mad, and I'm going to think to myself, I'm going to have to spend $5,000 to fix all this. Then later, when you say the price is only $2,000, instead of fighting you for wanting to double what I'm spending today, I'm going to thank you for saving me $3,000. This is why audit users have a dramatically easier time getting past price objections. Keep it simple when presenting this. Let there be space for them to absorb it before turning to the next page. Don't over-explain it, and trust in this system that has worked all over the world for MSPs of all sizes for many years now. Let them speak first, and if they don't, prompt them. Ask them if they understand. All right? Stay tuned for more deep dive training as we walk page by page through the audit. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have questions on this, send them over to me at mike@audit4it.com, and I'll answer them in the future videos. And if you're not yet an audit user, what are you waiting for? Make sure to book your free, no obligation demo. Let us show you exactly how you can build your own audits in under 45 minutes.